Let's do a show. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Y'all ready? Alrighty. Welcome, everyone. We have a few more days left in 2024. Someone's scratching my butt over here. We are live at Captain Crazy's Paradise. With me are my special guests, Manu from Mystery Pinball Theater 3000, and Matthew from Lynn's Arcade and Monterey Flipper Pinball. And today we're going to hang out and talk about our New Year's pinball resolutions. We have a few more days till we hit that 2025, another big year of pinball coming to us. Let me make sure y'all's audio are good. Go ahead and speak for me. How y'all doing?
Hello. Doing well. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good, we good?
Pretty busy at the shop.
Oh, dude.
I'm just messing with you, Mona.
I know, I was like, wait, what am I doing? Where's my... A few more days of 2024 trolling, and then it'll be a fresh troll calendar for my friends. Merry Christmas, Balls of Steel Pinball, and everyone who are joining us. I guess first order of business is we do have our 24-hour free domestic shipping and $10 off international shipping code active right now. This is for orders over $99. You have to hit that $99 threshold. Just pretty easy to do when ordering pinball parts. And the code today is PT-resolutions, because that's what we're going to talk about.
How do you? Can you spell that code?
Yeah, sir. It's PT-RESOLUTIONS or Papa Tango Dash Roger Echo Sierra Orange Lima Uniform Tango Indigo Orange Nancy Sierra.
Wow.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Can you do that?
Nope.
Nope.
Why not? It's good to know your phonetics.
Were you just making them up as you went along? Except for
No.
Tango? I know Tango's real, but...
No, all of them is the real...
All of them are real.
Speak for radio chatter, except sometimes orange is actually octagon.
Because it can't be... there can't be any ambiguity.
Right. The one ambiguous word...
ambiguous is the one you said. That's the one ambiguous.
Is xylophone.
Right.
Sounds like it starts with a Z.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. So you say X-ray?
X-ray. Yeah,
Xenon?
X-ray's better.
Xenon. No, you can't say anything Z.
Yeah, X-ray is better. X-ray is definitely better. I think that's the new term. Oscar. Oh yeah, Oscar. You're right. Oscar. That's a better one. That's the official one for sure. Oscar, Lima, Peru. Manu.
That's not ambiguous.
We're changing it. Before we get into our pinball resolutions, let's talk about cool pinball gifts. I got the coolest pinball gift from my mom, which is this hat right here. So when I'm cold and teching, I could just be like, bam, whoa.
No way.
Nice. Look at that lens flare.
Bro, I hate you so much.
Isn't it cool? Yeah. Wow. 3 different settings. So I'm ready to tech in style. What'd y'all get?
One.
Any cool pinball presents this year?
I got this.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Evolution of pinball.
I did not get any pinball gifts. I got Wolverine #1 comic book, though. So that's kind of a pinball gift. Wolverine's been my dude forever. So kind of works with the X-Men thing.
You can frame it and make it a topper.
Yeah, totally. And then I got a Wolverine, I think it's Wolverine and Sabretooth comic book as well. So I think it was like #4 or something like that. It was pretty cool.
Wow,
Yeah,
collectors.
Carrie hooked it up.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And the wireless soldering iron,
I did get a
the
wireless soldering
battery
iron.
battery operated soldering iron, so you don't need power. Jamie Boyd got a new shop floor. Ooh, I saw that on Facebook. It looks really
Ooh.
slick, and I think it's mats, so it's good for your knees. He said, "Come play pinball at my house. It's good for your knees." And you're like, okay.
Hmm.
Anyone else in the chat get any cool pinball gifts? New pinball machines? I almost brought a Strange Science again, but I didn't.
We got our
Oh,
Metallica
really?
Premium a little bit ago, but
Metallica Premium.
Oh, the
yeah,
remastered?
the remastered. Yeah.
Matt, did
Nice.
you check out the LE at Free Watch?
I did not see it. I was like walked right. I just saw Matt down there and just said what up to him, and then played one game of hoops, and then got a text from you, and then came over this way.
You walked right by it. You probably
I
walked right
did
by it.
walked
Yeah.
right. I saw it at Expo though.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's
Like
the
it's
packaging
absolutely,
is so
it's
gorgeous.
so stunning.
Do y'all have it in a line, or do you have it like where you can see the side art in all its glory?
Who you asking?
You.
Me? We
Oh,
have it.
you're LE.
So it's like there's John Wick and then there's Metallica, and you can see the side of
Okay,
Metallica.
good. Nice.
Nice,
Um, it also
That's
has
all that
precision
matters.
flippers, and it also has the Pinwoofer update
Oh,
nice,
wow.
and a big old subwoofer under it because it's like it's
Nice.
sweet.
like Matt Henry's favorite game now. So
Wow. Merry Christmas, free gold watch. In the chat, Balls of Steel Pinball got a spooky hoodie. That's pretty rad. I was just
Ooh,
looking at a spooky shirt.
ooh,
That's good stuff. And then Kim Quat Pinball got a Batman 66 for Christmas.
no, stop
Santa
stop.
loves you.
for reals.
Like, I want that game. Who doesn't want that game?
That's
That's an
like
epic game.
unobtainium. Like
Yeah,
how hard is it to get a Batman, you guys?
We
very
got one
hard.
a long time ago. Luckily, one of our friends had one that he'd picked up, and he would get him. Our buddy John Dreller, he would get a game and then play it for 1,000 plays or whatever, and then he'd sell it for $1,000 less than he bought it for because he put 1,000 games on it. And we got a Batman 66 that way, and it was like,
Oh
oh my
no,
God, dude.
no
And
Yeah,
you
way.
still
we
have
gotta,
it, yeah?
we do, we
Nice.
do.
Never sell it. What a
No, it's
good
never
game.
gonna go in it. I had to rebuild the motor for the
Oh, for the Batcave mech.
yeah, the Batcave thing. Like it's got all stripped out.
Mm,
Um, I didn't actually rebuild the motor. I just got a new motor, but
mm.
I did take the old one apart to figure out how it worked because I was like,
Oh
what is in
God.
here? I want to see what this is. And so I pulled all these little pins apart and I took it apart and these like teeny tiny little like gears inside
Oh,
that were
wow.
just stripped. Like they were all just stripped out. And I was like, man, if I could find these two little gears, I could fix this thing for 50 cents. But where do I find
Mm.
minuscule little gears like this? It's like there's no way. Like I have no clue. So I still have it just to be like, all right, if I ever do figure out where to get these little things, and you just put them back in, and then the thing would work.
I
Oh,
I
think
thought,
I
that's why you were looking up a watch store?
yeah, yeah. I was thinking like
Little watch
clocks or
gears?
watches or something, like the tiny little gears. I was like, maybe I could find them, like maybe. And I was like, I don't know.
I think I remember hearing George Gomez say he would never try and build a device that complicated ever again.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty neat though. Like you get like four different shots out of that thing, so like that's pretty cool.
Going a little low.
What's up,
It's like
Fliptronic?
the I like the
Hello, Fliptronic. Had my
those
news
mechs
in
in
2016. Right.
those mechs in Venom too, where they change the shot. That one that changes the shot around
Yeah.
like to like three different. Like that's so cool. Like in the premium, having one shot be three different things is like super neat. I like that.
Yeah, super, super complicated. If you were to receive one pinball machine as a gift this year, what would you have picked?
Circus Voltaire. It's been on my like dream list for years. because I got Metallica. Like we got the Metallica, so like that one's sliced off now. But Circus Voltaire has been the one like on my list for sure for like ever and ever and ever.
Same question for y'all in the chat. Arcade Hollywood said, every day is Pinball Christmas at the Barncade. Yes. One day we'll visit the Barncade. I'm excited. I know Manu's thinking about one pinball machine. It doesn't have to be your holy grail, but let's like the one you want right now.
The one I wrote right now in the house to kind of beat around with is, believe it or not, is The Simpsons. Believe it or not.
Which
Because
one?
Pinball Party.
Yeah, Simpsons Pinball Party, the Stern one. Because I am like absolutely addicted to that game now that we fixed it. Like I was in charge of fixing it, so I fixed the whole thing. Everything works, and I play it a lot. And I know it's a brutal game, but man, I kind of wish I had it in the garage, to just beat on like for a couple hours.
It's a
Oh,
good
Mike
game.
Moretti wants a Popeye.
A Popeye? Oh,
Mike.
and Smoothbore said Tron LE. And a TNA. Oh, yeah. I want a TNA.
Mike, maybe you and I can do a little swapperoo because I think we have a Popeye in the back that maybe we can figure out a little
Oh,
game swap or
yeah.
something. Like I'll jam that up to Concord
That would
and
be
then
cool.
yeah,
We got a Bond 60th, another TNA. I really want TNA.
me too. I want it back.
Fliptronic said Manu's pinball resolution should be to come to Indisc. I think we can all agree on that. Have you been to Indisc yet, Manu? I don't think I've seen you there. So for those who don't know, Indisc is It Never Drains in Southern California. It's a big tournament show event in Riverside, California. It's the third weekend of January, third or fourth weekend. You can find out more information at indisc.com. Your hand just did something really violating to Manu.
he
Matthew.
just
Mine
he
did.
reached into my body and pulled out a drink.
Ugh.
It's
Ugh.
like that scene where you pull
Ah.
out his heart. Oh, whoa! You pulled out a purple drink from
I'll
Manu.
put it back. Let
Of
me put it
course.
back. There we go.
What other
I'm just
color
gonna
would you
put it
pull
back
out of
in.
Manu's? Purple drank.
Purple
Purple
drink.
drink.
Oh my gosh. I think you can, if you're wanting to compete, it's a great way to get points for IFPA, especially points for California. It's a very heavy weighted
Oh
tournament.
yeah.
You got how many points last year, Matthew? That
I got
sent you
like
to
a
state
hundred and
easily?
no, it didn't send me to state, but I got
Oh.
175th last year and I got like 30 points out of it or something. Like ridiculous. Where I was like, what? It was like not even top 150 and it was just like still sitting on my top 10 that you get ranked on or whatever. And I'm like, that's
What's
ridiculous.
like the average amount of points you would get from just like a launch party tournament or something like that?
Like 10 probably. Like depending on the size of the launch party, but like 8 to 10. You know, our league is worth like 30 or something like that, 35. And so like you could battle in league all season and get like 35 points, or you can go to Indisc and get top 200 and get the same. It's ridiculous. I mean, they also
And get
have
some
like
cash back, maybe.
if you get up into the if you qualify, I think you get cash back. But it's like every single top 100 player is there. It's insane. Like all of them are there. It's incredible. Like so to watch them all play too, and you get to see them up on the big screen competing.
Yeah.
It's just like it's
Yeah, like what I
awesome.
have over there.
Yeah. Except theirs is like
In
on a
this
projector
expired.
and it's like massive. It's like your bay. It's like when you
Yep.
have yeah, it's like that size.
I modeled my whole arcade after Indisc. Pindisc.
Pin disc.
Pindisc. Arcade Hollywood just restored one of his girls. Parcho Marco, thank you. Revenge from Mars. Oh,
Ooh, nice.
that's a pretty intense game with the augmented reality type stuff.
Yeah, we got a revenge at Frigo Watch also.
Did you know you can convert a Revenge from Mars to Star Wars Episode 1 pretty easily?
You know what's interesting is when I was at Expo
That's what it
and I
was
was at
meant for.
Yeah, exactly. When I was at Expo and I was at the Stern party, like we crashed the Stern party. We weren't supposed to be there. It was like me and Homegrown and Erica. Um, we got to talk to George Gomez, and I said, hey, you guys realize that George invented everything? And George was like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, first of all, you invented connected pinball, right? Because NBA Fast Break was literally
Yeah.
connected pinball.
Yep.
And I said, oh, and you invented a thing called like removing a playfield and putting a new one in, Pinball 2000, like prior to Multimorphic doing it. He's like, wait, you got a point there. I was like, George just invented everything. So there you go.
He really has. He's the best. He's my hero, definitely. Arcade Hollywood has both. Doesn't no conversions needed. That's awesome.
Oh,
All
wow.
right. Going into resolutions, Fliptronic starting us off. Got any wizard mode goals for 2025? What wizard modes does everyone want to hit on their games? I
Mine's always Portal. I just got to get back to Portal again.
Portal on Tron.
That's my yearly goal is to get to Portal at least once.
Oh, boy. I don't stick around long enough to get to a wizard mode on anything. I'm trying to get to the wizard mode on Princess Bride. That's what I'm trying to
Oh
do right
wow.
now.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying
how
to get to
was your
one of them.
stream with them?
They're always fun. I mean, it's nice to have the designers and the guys who write the rules in the game to tell you all the deep stuff that you will not possibly may be able to do.
Right.
And is
But
there a
yeah,
place where we can rewatch that stream? Does he give
wow,
you?
what a
Does he give you?
softball.
What is
Does he give you tips on how to reach the wizard mode?
No, because I don't get anywhere. Like I just fail the entire stream. But yeah. Well, that's I'm trying to get to a wizard mode in Princess Bride right now, so that's about it.
we was watching Jack Dangerous stream with Keith Elwin they were playing Godzilla
Oh
and
yeah, and he just finishes the game.
Keith Elwin beat the game on ball two.
Yeah. Yeah, he just finished the game, and the game actually goes game over, and he
Yeah,
just
like he's done. And then like they all still have ball two and ball three to play, and then it gets back to him and it just skips over him and goes to like player three. And I was like, oh my God. Like he just ball two was like, I'm done. Have
isn't that
fun, guys.
crazy?
I'm gonna sit here and have my soda.
I don't think you have the right to complain if you finish a game and it says game over.
Hmm.
Well, you're done.
You did it. You're done.
Right?
Like no more.
Scrolls the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Movie's over, man.
Yeah. It could
I
be
want my
a
quarterback.
goal to defeat Null and
Oh yeah,
unlock
that's a
all
good
the
goal.
characters on Venom. We have Project Pinball's Venom Premium here still, and that has been everyone's goal at the arcade since we dropped it. Not dropped it, but like placed it,
Right.
Mm.
in case there
Yeah.
was any confusion. Game is perfectly fine.
Since we dropped it.
I've
Oh,
unlocked one
Walking
character.
Dead.
I got, of course I picked Wolverine because he's my dude. But
Have you ever defeated Null, Manu?
You know what? Venom's not my jam. I'm sorry.
it's tough.
I I I, I don't know. And it's so funny because Venom is the closest to a P3 that there is out there because it's nothing but play.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh,
So
right?
I should absolutely love that game, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Isaiah tells me that I'm missing out, so I need to circle back and get back on the Venom train. Now that it's not like super crowded to play at the shop anymore.
Yeah.
And Matt Henry's waiting for it to make less money so he could take it up to his house.
House.
Have it for himself.
Yeah. Once a game that he likes doesn't make a lot of money, it goes to the private room for a little talkie talk.
Nice.
That's our old Venom, actually. That's that free
Is it
ball.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
totally.
Yeah, that's right. It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it still earns, so we can't
Good.
move it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, people here are loving it, especially with the save feature with Insider Connected. It's just been really huge and very new for everyone in our community to experience Insider Connected in this way. So everyone is playing Venom nonstop.
I learned the other day that on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you can save your turtle level. So like if
You
you
can?
go into
Oh,
training and you actually level up, you like say you pick Michelangelo and you go into training and you get to level 2 and you're logged in, it saves that. So the next game, you're already on level 2 with Michelangelo.
Is that somewhat new or is that?
I think it's somewhat new-ish because like we had it for a long time and I didn't know uh, that happened. And then I was at 9 3/4 in Santa Cruz, and they had one, and I played it. One, I was just playing around over it, and then Dean came up to me and he was like, went so deep into it. It was like the first game they had there, and he had all this stuff, all the pizza topping stuff, and I was like, wait, what? Like you can move the pizza toppings around, and each one is specific to like something better for you in the game and like during your multi-ball and stuff. And I was like, what? And then he told me about the turtle because he had like Donatello up to like level 4 or 5 or something like that. And I was like, how did you get there so fast? He's like, it saves it. And I'm like, what? Hold on. Like, so it must be like somewhat new code, I guess. But it's a tough game and super fun.
that
But
is,
now I know
Yeah.
that. I'm like, okay, I gotta go play Turtles more.
and it has really fun co-op modes too, where you hold in
Yeah.
the flippers and you can switch through several different party modes.
Hmm.
You know, defeat Shredder together and everything.
Yeah,
I
Flipper Room, I
Love
agree.
that.
I didn't like TMNT when it first came out, and now it's like it's just amazing what code can do, right?
it's so amazing.
Yeah.
It was so funny when Bond came out and everyone was like dogging on it, and I was like, guys, just wait. I was like, the shots are there. Like it's
Yeah.
got really cool stuff in it. Like,
Yeah.
and I could tell. I was like, it was like Deadpool was the same, where it was just like it was such a dog in the beginning, and then code happened, and you're like, whoa.
Well, it's funny. It's for me. It's got to be a balance of accessibility and difficulty, right? Because I feel
Mhm.
like if I play 007, I can get to like what do they call it? James Bond mode. I call it Cherry Bond, but I can get
Cherry
to
bomb, yeah, totally, yeah.
I can get there, which is great. But then it's really hard for me to get to like the way out stuff. You know what I mean? So it feels like you're doing something great. Like same thing with Guardians. Like I could get to immolation, maybe not immolation, whatever. But it doesn't feel impossible. You know what I mean? So
That was one wizard mode I almost got to. I was like, all I needed to get done
yeah,
was a whatever that very last one is, but like to
yeah.
get to it, I needed to get a super jackpot on
Mm-hmm.
Groot.
I like Groot. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I started Groot like 3 times
yeah.
and was just like, give it to me, dude. It's like all I need right now. And like a friend of mine came up and started talking to me. I'm like, do not talk to me
No,
right now. I was like, I literally just started my third Groot. I gotta get this
Later.
done later. And I didn't do it. And it was just like, damn it.
I hate people who talk.
Oh, yeah, I
I don't
don't
really mind.
mind
Like
it.
it's
I don't really mind it. Go poo already. Nice screen name says people don't like turtles because it's hard and has short games. Best kind of game.
best
Must
kind of
be an
game.
operator, if I
Yeah.
had to guess.
Sounds a lot like a
Oh,
John board game to
Fliptronic
me.
doesn't like turtles because mutated turtles are an affront to the natural order. No turtles were harmed, they were enhanced in this world. They're so much better now, and they can eat pizza, and normal turtles can't eat pizza. They don't have the right digestive system. So mutated turtles can eat pizzas,
I don't
which is
buy
such
it.
a perk. They're not lactose. I don't.
What's the pizza you guys got there? The Cowabunga
Yeah,
Delight
we
or
have the
whatever?
Cowabunga Delight. It's pepperoni, bacon bits, or bacon crumbles, and marshmallow. So delicious. So delicious.
Marshmallows on pizza. That's so weird.
Goku already. I was wrong. Not an operator. Just like hard games, because when you have a good game, it feels great. Yes. Well, you should definitely go check out Lynn's Arcade in Seaside, California, because Matthew also loves making games, especially hard. Or you can go on our website and buy the Lynn's kits. If you type in Lynn's kit on the search, you'll see our lightning flipper kits, where you can make any game a little bit more difficult with those
Just a
lightning
little
flips.
bit. Just a little bit.
And then it is so satisfying. Like I just put lightning flippers on my Lord of the Rings. which is traditionally a very, very long playing game. And just that extra little gap that it gives has made it a lot more adrenaline inducing for sure. Yeah. Happy
Mono,
Boxing
you
Day.
gotta come down to Lynn's Mono and play some
I got
hard
to come
games.
down to Lens, period.
Yes.
Because that's pretty sad. I haven't been there. I've been to the Flipper Room. I
Yes,
even
you
have,
Also a
have.
very good
even
arcade.
had a, I have a Flipper Room T-shirt, but
Yeah.
for some reason, I don't know why I hate Lens.
Oh, Grand Lizard with lightning
I don't hate Lens. That was a
flippers.
joke.
Uh,
Yes.
I love Lens, but I've just never been there. What happened? What?
Grand Lizard with lightning flippers at the
yeah.
Flipper Room.
Did you put the little mini
That is
guys at the
savage.
top too? Like that's what they did at Pinball at the Lab. They had the little pinky flippers on the upper play field, like on Grand Lizard. That made it awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
So if everyone's pinball resolutions is to make pinball harder, the things you can
No.
do to make your pinball machine harder is one, buy a lens kit from our website. Two, put super bands everywhere on the playfield that's not the slings or the flippers. Three, throwing it to one of y'all to make the
Uh,
game
s-
harder.
I pitch them a little bit steeper. Outlanes at max.
Okay, buy the 3-inch leg levelers so you can hike the game up and put them in the back.
I
And
do
on your,
exactly the opposite, Matt. I make them shallower
you just
because
like flatten it out.
So you can
horizontal
just
movement
float.
is
Right.
horizontal movement is dangerous. Vertical
Really
movement is
is.
great, but horizontal is nasty.
Oh, that's an interesting
Um,
process,
if you
thought process.
go into your switches on your
Lightning attack.
kickers and you get those kicker switches to be deadly close. So with that, if that ball just like grazes that slingshot, it's like see ya. Like that's something we
Pew!
did for Seaside Champ, and people were like, "Stay away from the slingshots,
Are
like
you
whatever you do."
are you good at that? Like I'm not good at that right now, using the little leaf tool
Yeah,
and
I'm good
getting
The
at
them
it.
leaf
close but
switch
not.
tool.
Yeah, but getting them close but not quite touching. This is
So
tough.
how I
We
test
should
it
do a
too is
video on it.
I'll actually
Should.
take the mech itself, the kicker, and I'll pull it out and have it pulled against the rubber in switch test, and I let go. And when it snaps back, if they touch, then you know you're too close.
Oh.
Like because that'll make it so it'll like shotgun fire. It'll just be like pop, 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 pop
Yeah,
when it returns.
kinda
So you
yeah.
pull that out in switch test and you let go, and when that thing comes back, if they touch, you know you're too close, and then you just take it back just a little bit more, and then try to get it right in that sweet spot of like when that
Oh.
ball just barely grazes that slingshot, man. It's like watch out.
Okay. I will
Yeah.
try that. I never yeah, duh. Use the rubber as a
Right.
huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you have put a super bands kit or something like that on your game, keep them all there, but change the slings to be the premium PRW rubber
hmm
because they have more bounce and a little bit more give than the super band. So it's really gonna fling your ball across the playfield and make it really mean.
Yeah, those super bands are so tight. It's like I swear it slows down that kick,
Hmm.
like just enough where it's like
It
you can
does.
tell the difference between that and the
Which
regular
some
rubber.
people like it because when that kicks slow
Right.
down, then you can hit that wizard mode a lot easier and progress through the game. So it just depends on what you're trying to do.
Right. Yeah.
Vex Rex says turn down that tilt debounce all the way down.
So you just wanted to tilt out through all
I'm gonna
three
like
warnings back
playing
up,
and I'm gonna go
right?
at you and it's like
Yeah. It's like tilt,
double
tilt, tilt.
danger.
Done.
I couldn't
No.
get, there's a lot of the tilts I couldn't get right with even with debounce, like messing with all that. So I just changed a bunch of my modern sterns to one tilt warning because I had like
Oh.
Javier
Oh.
throwing the game like 2 feet to the right.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
only get
like it'll give you get one of those. Like and then it's over. Like forget it. And so like
That's
I
smart.
was trying to like keep people from shaking them like that hard. Like I want you to be able to get a move, like a good big move, but not like that huge. And that should double danger you. And I couldn't get some of the sterns to double danger. It would just give one. And I was like, all right, well, that's your one then. Like there's no more tilt warnings after that,
That's
dude.
your
You're done.
yeah. Go poo already. Yes, super bands are very hard to get onto the flipper. Some of
Yeah.
the tricks of the trade that we do
Use a
is like,
screwdriver.
yeah, I know you can do that. Soak your super bands in hot water for a little bit, then wipe them off and then put them on because that polyurethane will get a little
Yeah.
soft for it. Or you can use kind of a hair dryer on them if you don't want to worry about getting your play field potentially wet. And you just hold it, hair dryer to it, and then start from the back and pull forward. But once
That's
they're
Or you could
on, they're never gonna break. They're easy to
No.
Yeah.
clean and they look great.
You
And
could
they're
loosen
gonna
them
have a
up too.
different. Yeah,
Just take them out for drinks or something.
Right. A couple of cocktails will loosen them up real good.
for sure.
You just pull them right on.
Fliptronic's pinball resolution is to get good at resin printing so I can steal everyone's money. Yes!
My
If you
money.
get good at resin printing, give us a call at Marco. We would love to do business with you. Resin molding is totally the way to go. I have a few product ideas I can send your way too if you wanted to figure that out.
I have a question for you guys. What was your favorite like pinball tool mod of 2024?
Oh,
Pin snake.
yeah.
Pin snake.
I knew you were gonna say
Pin
that.
snake.
Pin Snake wins. Pin Snake was an amazing product.
You knew I was
Mine are
going to say
those.
that, Matt.
I knew you were gonna say it. That's kind of softball this year. I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah.
Mine are those the playfield jack mount things.
Ooh, I use that so
Those are
much on
cool.
my games too.
I use them all the time now. Like it's
Yes.
just it makes working on
Yeah.
the game like so
Performance-
much easier.
Yeah.
Performance Pinball Playfield Jacks. I'm gonna pull it up. We do have those. We do not have Pin Snakes. You need to go direct for that. But
No,
we
you
do have
gotta-
the
yeah, yeah.
Playfield Jacks.
You gotta go
I'd like to
Maybe one
see-
day because we want to definitely support everything he's doing.
I'd love to see Pin Snake as like a metal version.
Yeah.
Like I would really like to see him take that design and then 2.0 make it like so it's a
100%. Because I've
Yeah.
already had a situation where some of the little things are like snapping.
yeah. I
Um,
broke one of the things off and I had to like disconnect and reconnect to get it to. It's a shorter Pin Snake now. It still works,
He was
but it's
just
just
like, oh.
it's like
Yeah.
3 links
It-
shorter.
So you
But-
want to
resin print the Pin Serpent. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's so funny.
Yeah, it does need to be a little harder, a little more sturdy, but it's a great idea.
But the idea is stellar. Like it
Yeah.
does work really well.
Cleaning super bands, Colin Baxter, friend of the show. I use either naphtha or Wildcat rubber cleaner.
Use Wildcat. Don't use naphtha. Use Wildcat.
Wildcat.
Unless you're in a really nice, open, ventilated room and you don't want to die.
Yeah, I like to
you-
go with my naphtha and then use it and
Is
then
it still
use
good?
And then I'm like smoking it.
Still
and,
good. It's still good.
I know.
Hold on, let me smell if it's still good.
I said naphtha on a EM electromechanical forum, and all the old cats in there was like, Emoto, hard stop. Please stop using naphtha. We don't want you to blow up. I'm like, sorry. I do use Wildcat. Yeah, they say naphtha can kind of dry out
Yeah.
rubber, but it doesn't affect the polyurethane at all.
Not that I've
But
seen.
I mean,
like-
Wildcat is tried and true.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great
One swipe
rubber
and it's
cleaner.
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And you can use so little of it and get away with murder. Like,
Yeah, just a little.
yeah.
Awesome.
Tomato, what was your tool?
Oh, pin jack. Always
Pin
the
jack.
pin jack. I guess the pin jack technically didn't come out this year. It was last year. So maybe I can't say that, but the pin jack just helps me on my daily. Every time I move a game and I need to re-level it, I just
Mhm.
use that tool religiously because I'm so tiny and it makes it nice and easy and safe feeling. And you can use one pin jack. We sell bundles, which is great. Then you can do like expert leveling. But you could also just use one pin jack and it's strong enough to lift both fronts,
Mm.
you know, and then you can do kind of like the micro leveling and put them back down.
See, the pin jack is cool. We use a combination of a crowbar and a block of wood, and you
Yeah,
should see what you should see what we have at
What we do.
freaking
Yeah.
Watch to
that's what
do it.
y'all
Yeah,
use.
but
Yeah.
Same,
but
same, same. I have
yeah, same,
a
same.
little mini crowbar,
Yeah, a little mini crowbar,
and
and
you don't even like on the front legs. You don't even need the wood. It just goes off the ground. You just
exactly.
pry it up a little bit, and
But if you want to make that more um
We should
cooler,
start selling that as a set at Marco.
no,
The poor man's pin jack, and it
the
just
poor
be
man's pin
a little
jack.
we
Harbor Freight crowbar and a little block of wood from the fence out back.
yeah,
Here you
totally.
guys go. Here's
We
your.
want to
Yeah,
like we actually want to take the crowbar and like dip it in like rubber, so it's not so like
Scratch it.
sharp on the yeah, so you don't scratch your legs and stuff.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you got to be careful because you can chip
You can
like
chip
powder
and
coated
scratch.
stuff like real easy.
Yeah,
Um, but if you're slow with it, then you're fine. But
we are professionals here, ladies and gentlemen. We are
Mhm.
professionals. So
we at least pretend to be.
you have to you have to put the Valve logo on the crowbar though, so that
You have to do
that's
the
a
what?
that's a Half-Life joke. I'm sorry, Ramona.
The Pavlova. What are those little spider things that you have to hit with the crowbar?
Yeah.
Professional what exactly? Yeah, let's talk about getting
Yeah, yeah.
Manu to Indisk. So you would go south, you stop at Lynn's Arcade, since you haven't been there yet, and then you just keep going south, and then you'll eventually make it to Riverside, and then you can help the video team document the most epic
Yeah.
battle of the
That
year.
that would probably be the only reason I would go. I'm sorry, I'm not big into the tournament scene, but if I could help you, Emoto, and stuff
Beautiful
like that,
Riverside.
then yeah.
And
I don't
Fliptronic.
I don't hate Indisk. I'm just
Not a big tournament guy.
I
not a
am
big
not
tournament
a
guy.
big tournament player either. I don't even play in the tournament. I just help and support the show where I can. And a lot of that is we run around and do little video interviews and edit them really quickly and throw them to Carl or Jordan, and then they plug it in into the live stream. So
You
it's
know
a lot
what?
of fun.
Jordan, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's fun to chill with people. Yeah.
I had a good time teching last year
And we're
too.
like in the
Like,
master station, so we get the
yeah,
middle area where we could see everything happen at once. And oh, I just had so many thoughts run in my head, but I need to get new headsets so
oh
everyone
yeah,
will use the walkies that I have.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really liked that. That was new where like they needed volunteers to like tech for the weekend, and it's like getting balls unstuck for people while they're playing, and uh, so we had the walkie-talkies, and it's like I'd put myself in a queue to play a game or whatever, and then I had my walkie, and then someone would like radio in, being like, "Oh, we got a ball stuck on RoboCop," and I was like, "All right, cool." So I'd go over there, get a ball unstuck for the guy, and then go back over and be like, "Oh, look, I'm up." Like, cool, and take my headphone out, and then play my game, and then put it back in and keep going, and
Yeah,
Hmm.
it
they
was fun.
always need more scorekeepers too.
Yeah.
Scorekeeping's fun. I think you do need a ticket to spectate for sure.
It's an
But
extra
if
for
you
Extra
come in
for
as a
streaming.
stream.
scorekeeper, as part of your hanging out and spectate, then I think there is like volunteer packages available.
Hmm.
Can never have enough scorekeepers.
And you get like a few entries and stuff like that to like, or a few, like I think you get like
Yeah.
one or two cards so you can actually play in the tournament for volunteering.
Okay, okay, guys.
Yeah,
Gosh,
it's cool.
come on. One of us. One of us.
Let's look
Hard
at
do
the
we have to twist your
dates.
arm, dude? Like, let's go.
Yeah, big
In
ups to
this
the
is
scorekeepers.
January 23rd to 26th in a
Okay, I'll
few
put it on the calendar.
weeks.
I'll put it on the calendar.
There you go.
23rd or 26th.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so back to pinball resolutions. Let's talk about. There's a bank set up just for messing around on that aren't
Yeah,
used for the
they
tournament.
just have
Oh
they just have
yeah,
a free play
there's a free
area, like
play
a
area.
big.
They had
Last
such
year
a
was a very
beautiful black
big.
rose in the free play area last year, and I was so in love with it.
And Torpedo Alley.
Oh
Played a bunch of
yeah.
Torpedo Alley. That was really cool. They had a bunch of cool games over there. The Just for Funsies games.
Bex Bex Rex also did a wonderful job, not just scorekeeping, but becoming the official prize winner announcer. Anytime we did a giveaway for some swag, she'd stand up on the chair and be like, "Listen up, motherfucker." No, she wouldn't say that, but she was really good. Awesome hype person.
Yeah.
It's a great show. And it's like Southern California in January, so the weather's nice and moderate. Probably a lot nicer than in the Bay Area where you're at, or anyone else in the world.
We got him thinking.
It's funny. I always
Oh, I'm
need,
there.
we need like an emoji of like a clock, like
Yeah.
ticking on his forehead.
No. I put it on my
Deep
calendar.
inside.
I have to check with the family, but I put it on my calendar.
Nice.
Sweet. Very cool.
Oh, the Dixieland. Yes. All right. So one resolution accomplished. Get Manu to come to Indus this year. We're doing great, y'all. We haven't
Check.
even hit 2025, and we've already completed one of our resolutions. So going to pinball repair resolutions. The goal is to get all your games working very nice and fresh, especially ones that are on
Very
location.
nice.
So, you know, simple things are swapping out broken plastics, finally putting those plastic protectors on your games to protect the slings and all the other easy breaks, re-rubbering your game with either premium PRW rubber or super bands or Titan competitive silicone, fixing the
What about
lights. You have
what about
out lamps somewhere in your games that need to be
Definitely.
either keep the
Definitely.
incandescent lights. Those are very nice. They serve a purpose in our world forever. Or if you're tired of switching out that burnt light, swap to the Comet, the 2 SMD LEDs. They're non-ghosting. 1 SMDs are great. Comet has just made cool new pop bumper lights that fan across the whole pop bumper top, which are really fun. Or if it's an old Bally or Stern, you can go full Yopsicle or glow sticks and then get these little LED boards, and then most likely you're never changing those out. And Yopsicles just came out with the Yop dots, which go in those like a little annoying circles inside of like the old back boxes on EMs that's like impossible to get into without using some sort of tool. And they also made the Yacht Pops, which are those LED boards on the pop bumper display, or pop
yeah,
bumper unit.
yeah, we have an issue with our taxi where and I couldn't figure it out, and maybe you guys know. So the taxi has that kind of like metal strip that goes up and across and down, and then the light, the band, not a bayonet, but the light holder is on top of that. I was trying to figure out what to replace that with because it's kind of broken, like, and it's just weird. I'm sorry, I don't know how to
Yeah,
fix
that's
any of that.
you have to get a whole new one,
Whole,
pretty
yeah,
much. Like it's like
yeah,
there's no like really repairing it. It's like
right.
it's just like a whole new metal thing. So you have to pull that other one out, stick another one in.
Okay, so it's just
Um,
like you can clip it and then resolder it or something.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's what we figured. Question about balls.
I love
Uh,
talking about balls.
I know, and I'm going to ask you because you might be the number one uh, 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 most knowledgeable person about what does Stern ship. What kind of balls does Stern ship with, and should those immediately be replaced?
I
You probably
think
don't
they're
know what Stern ships.
fine
Stern balls,
at
they ship
beginning.
them with
Like
Stern balls. Just like any balls you get, as soon as you notice it being scratchy or worn, swap them out with fresh balls. So check your game. Every time you pull out the glass, this is something Matthew taught me. Anytime you're pulling out the glass to clean the game or something, you pop those balls out, you look at them, you give them a nice little rub. If they're good, you put them back in the game. If they're not, put them in your art pile. Regardless of what type they are, they
yeah,
may wear a little bit faster than other balls. Like if you don't have magnet features in your games, then we always recommend going silver jet because silver jets are the best.
And they're
Otherwise, we have
beautiful.
standard balls too, which last a decent amount of time. But regardless of amount of plays, it depends on how much metal posts and stuff you have in your game or whatever. It's going to nick the balls eventually, and it kind of depends game to game. So it's just every time you clean your game, which you should do decently frequently,
Regularly, for sure.
regularly. That's a hard word for me to say. I usually avoid it. Regularly.
So is
Regularly.
My
ambiguous.
mom's fault. Just always
Um,
check your balls.
Ideas for used balls, Emoto?
Yes. Used balls should be made into trophies, should be put into secret places to create weight for things to hold them down.
We give them away to pretty much anybody at the arcade. Like if they
Put them in
cruise
a
up, like
gumball
it's like
machine.
if I have like a party or whatever, and like it's like a kids party. Like I had like 28-year-olds in there the other day, and like every one of them got to take a pinball home with them,
Hmm.
and they were
Everyone,
stoked.
Yeah,
everyone
my
got
buddy's
a,
Stoked.
pinball.
a
Yeah.
giant BB that they.
I
So,
did preface this saying you can't throw this at
yeah,
anything. Okay,
always.
like this is in your pocket. That's where it lives. Like,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
And now 8 people's TVs are broke. Charles
Yeah,
Lock has
totally.
entered the chat.
Yeah.
Labyrinth
No,
is the
I.
ball eater, lots of metal in that game. Mail me your balls. Yeah, see? So Bex is a great example of what you can do with your balls when they're all crusty and dirty, is you mail them to Bex
I
Vectrex,
will.
and she has been making these rad trophies for tournaments and events all across wherever. I think she ships wherever. And using those balls on those trophies, it just adds that extra level of production value. You can also, if you have several balls and E6000 glue, you can create little ball pyramids, which are pretty cool art deco stuff.
Becca, how many balls do you need right now? I will mail them to you. Just tell me. Send me a Discord and say how many.
He's gonna go
Not.
to
Don't
his
say
secret
100.
spot and be like,
Oh, we.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then
We
make
have
sure you put it in a flat rate box.
a flat rate box.
Yes, because otherwise you'll be paying a lot of money for shipping weight.
Oh, okay.
Mm, brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you guys ship balls all the time or something. That's crazy.
You do not want to ship balls in a package that's going to be weighing those balls.
All right, Becca. I'll send you a bunch.
Or you know what you could do? You could put them in your car and drive them down to Indisk, and then you don't have to ship them.
That was a long pause.
They're all looking at you, Manu.
I was like, oh, that's an interesting pause right there.
Right? Media mail book rate. Oh, smart. Nice.
Hmm.
Jordan and Bex love your balls, Manu, and they would feel very
I'll
special
say,
to have all of them.
well, all of them. Oh my God, we've got too many. We've got
Yeah.
too many. But I can send a good
Throw
little.
handfuls on the highway. That's terrible. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Disclaimer. Don't do that. No.
That's bad.
It's kind of like media. Yeah. Okay. So, pinball repair resolutions. What do you got, Matthew?
I want to get that Robo War going that we have in the back that I have one issue with. And it had one issue before I fixed that issue, and then the other one popped up after I fixed the other one.
What's your new issue?
The top right where it kind of locks the balls in there, like it doesn't recognize or it doesn't kick it out, like that coil won't fire. The coil does work, like I can short it and it fires. So if something is just not getting ground or something like that, so to tell it like go, the switch works. It fires when I ground the coil, but it just won't fire when the ball's in there, like and when the game is on. I'm just like, ugh. The other issue I had before was the single drop target and the 2 drop targets wouldn't come back up, and I got them to work. But then
How?
once I got them to work, it was transistors in the back. replaced some transistors and some couple diodes, I think. And I got them to pop back up, but then now this thing won't work. And I'm like, oh no. And then we have that Phil's Indiana Jones, the Pinball Adventure. So I need to tear that down to the wood, clean it all up. I have all the star posts for it. I have all the rubber for it. I have all the lights for it. I just want to get that thing all gussied up and playing. I need to do a playfield swap on my 1978 Playboy,
Nice.
which would make that look gorgeous and play awesome. And there's so many more. Oh my gosh. I need to focus. I need to like get it on a list and prioritize so I can just be like, don't look at the bottom of the list. Just like put a piece of paper over it and there's just the one that's like right there. Like, okay,
Oh,
do
yeah.
this one. And then like, or have like the slit cut out of the piece, but then you take it and like slide it down so then you can go like, okay, there's the next one. But if like you see the whole list, it's like my brain just goes into like, oh no, there's like so much I got to do. Like, and I just stall and I'm like, oh, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. So it's like, just no, it's just the one. Like, just start
Yeah.
here and then go to the next one and then go to the next one.
That's a good
So it's,
resolution. Switching up your task list prioritization process.
yes, that's a great resolution.
Hi,
I'll take
Dry.
that.
Welcome.
Hey, Michael.
We
Hey,
got
Michael.
Michael Matson in the chat.
Oh, Flipper Room, adding him to a calendar. That's a great idea.
Oh,
Give
yeah, there you
myself
go.
like some deadlines where it's like, all right, you start this game, you want to finish this game, and then you have this time to get that done. Kind of push myself into finishing the projects instead of
Yeah.
walking by them and being like, oh no, that's such a big project.
My easy resolution is to finally do all the replacing the plastics on my Lord of the Rings and my Star Wars Data East. I have the full brand new plastic sets and they both have damaged plastics all in various places and I want to finally just get them all in, and especially with Lord of the Rings so I can put my little characters back in. And I got some of the etched plastic. We have these elvish etched plastics that go over where the Path of the Dead falls down to where the Samwise candy cane thing is. And it's so gorgeous. My harder pinball repair resolutions is it would be really awesome to get Special Force up and running
Oh yeah.
so I can put that in the arcade. That's another 6803 endeavor. And then uh, figuring out Black Belt, which I think it's going to be board work, probably transistors replacing because that game went down recently and just kind of got quickly shoved into storage. And it's a shame. You just coughed into your heart.
Oh
Cough
my
the other
goodness.
way.
Bro,
Sorry, dude.
Now
Like, my
Manu's
bad.
going to get sick.
I'm sorry.
Dry, thank you so much. I can't wait for you to visit in person and do another stream here when it's not in construction zone. But Dry said, I replaced my TX sector ramps yesterday. Oh, has been sitting in a box for 5 years. Next is Doctor Who, and they've been sitting for 3 years. Nice. So you're already on your pinball resolutions path. That is awesome. Both amazing games. TX sector is definitely top on my list. Hello, CNK. Thanks for joining us today. And the oldest game in the arcade, I would have said Bazaar, but we took it out recently. That was a 1967 Gottlieb. That was the first zipper flipper game. But now,
Team one, right?
yeah, probably Team 1 for the pinball. I think that's like 1971 Gottlieb Wedgehead. Do you have a camera inside the glass on each machine? No, so the cameras are on rigs right here, mounted to the wall. This setup was pretty dang affordable for 13 games. I eventually will upgrade these cameras to much nicer ones. But if anyone is curious on how to do that and what I used, uh, shoot me a message. I'd be happy to share all my Amazon links. I've done it for
I will probably
several
do that.
people too, because this is all like video equipment gear. You know, that mount is for light, for like a mounting a light in a studio, but it works perfect for camera,
Hmm.
playfield
Real
camera
quick,
stuff. So.
what's the screen sizes? Real quick, are those like 32 inch or
These are
what are those?
40 inches. 40 inches
40
is
inch?
about the
Okay,
smallest you want to go
it's perfect
for
though,
over a
right?
pinball machine. You can go
Yeah.
up to 43. 43 is like perfect for over back box size. Like if you wanted it to be the same size as like a general back box. These ones are a little bit smaller, but if you go smaller than 40 inches, it's going to be too hard to see what's going on. If you go bigger, which, bigger can be better in some cases,
Mm.
you're just going to spread your games out a little bit more.
What was that crazy wall
Red
that?
ones in full 8K from my arcade. Yes. True video person. Do people still shoot on red cameras?
I know. Do they still shoot on red?
Man, the amount of hard drive space you need for those.
I
Like,
know.
What was that crazy video wall thing they did? That Jersey Jack did. We saw that.
that was not Jersey Jack. That was a new
Oh right.
distributor. God, what was their name? I forget. But they had one by one LCD panel video wall. Super
It was
rad. I would
insane.
love
It
that.
looks
I
so
know.
good.
I was just like melting inside. Like, this is my favorite booth at Expo. And it's just because you have a 13 by 20-foot video wall with beautiful content. It's amazing.
And it would
Yeah,
show like
it is.
different images and stuff for pinball, and then when you hit start right above your game, it would just show the playfield, and then the scoring was live and stuff. It was like showing your score, like building up on the screen with it and everything. It was
At
cool.
Expo?
No,
Oh, you're talking about at IAPA?
IAPA.
Oh, so that was Jersey Jack's new video display system. And you can actually buy that whole like 5 bank
Yeah.
display system with the games and all the integration. When you're opening up a new spot, you just contact Jersey Jack
Oh, and you
directly
just
for
buy the
it.
set.
You can get the whole set, the rigging, the everything. It comes with the truss, the video cameras, the TVs, the games, and they have
Right.
a lot of cool app features that does have the like I scored your scoreboard on it, and you can connect it to their POS system that allows you to do other stuff with your business related into that system. So yeah, that was really really slick.
Yeah. It was a neat
Yeah,
new tech.
yeah. Totally. Okay, Manu, I know you've been waiting. What are your pinball repair resolutions?
Yes, I've been waiting for this. No, it's nothing specific. I need to get my resolution is to understand the electronics of pinball better because if I'm in the games, I'm fixing at least one game a day, and if it goes beyond anything, like my biggest fix was this year was replacing a transformer on Funhouse,
Nice.
because when we fired the game up, they call it the kick big or whatever, like the scoop that's right above the flippers, the coil locked on. So then, Matt Henry was like, well, that's probably a transistor that's blown. So he's like, work it out. So I go, okay. And I learned how to read and see if it was, bridged or not, and blah, blah. And then I'm pretty good at soldering. Like soldering is not an issue for me, but learning like what's safe and how to
Mhm.
find the ground and how to test everything. That's my resolution. How to test, like the guys at Frigo Watch, they're like Darren or whatever or David. They'll just like, boop, boop, all right, it tests wrong. Let's go. And I'm like, well, hey, slow down, show me how to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And they will. They will. She's so funny.
Sorry, I got distracted. I was trying to give you cinematic lens flares for your resolutions. So learning more about pinball repair. It's
Electronics.
electronics on the
Testing
electronic side.
electronics.
It's also a great way of starting that pathway is going back to the roots and learning all about electromechanical
Oh
machines and
God,
how that works and
those are scary.
how to read schematics. The
Yeah.
Yeah,
translation from that into modern pinball is going to help you so much with your board work. And you have one of the best resources right by you, the Pacific Pinball Museum,
Yes.
where you
Oh,
can work with some of the top techs.
can I make a little announcement?
Yes, please. You got the lens
Um,
flare behind you. So.
yes, everyone. Speaking of Pacific Pinball, and I thank you for Moto for letting me do this. New Year's Day, we're doing a fundraiser on my channel, Mystery Pinball Theater 3000 MPT3K, all day fundraiser for the Pacific Pinball Museum in Alameda.
uh,
So that's that New Year's Day. So that's it.
very cool.
So
That's
you know,
awesome.
yeah.
Will y'all be live streaming?
Yes,
Okay,
we're gonna
cool.
be live
Can we
streaming
donate
on.
online?
Yes, you can donate
Awesome.
everything
Sweet.
at the time. I'll be on Twitch and hopefully on YouTube at the same time. So, and we'll get to see a lot of the museum. In fact, I have two rigs, and so we can switch between EMs and solid states and stuff, and some of the crazier games. But yeah, you're right. The EMs, there's a
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
So
sorry.
it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of little simple parts that are exquisitely used to make this thing work.
Hmm.
So
And
magical.
yeah, it's a little like magic, but it's all that simple stuff, but piled up on top of each other, you know?
Yeah. It's really learning the schematic reading portion of it that is really helpful because that can help you translate that into the modern stuff as well.
And you
Hmm.
want to know a great way to learn how to read schematics? And go to funwithpinball.com. Go to funwithpinball.com and sign up for their online seminars. It's completely free. They do them once or twice a month, and you can sign up as an observer. So, what they do in this seminar is people sign up when they have an issue with their electromechanical machine, and coaches from literally all over the world watch the issue happened live through webcams during this set 2 hour span and then walk that owner how to fix their game. So they'll do maybe like 5 repairs over that session and they'll kind of jump back and forth, but they always put the schematics up on the screen and they always talk about like, okay, this is a startup sequence issue, so we're starting here, we're going to follow the schematic path to this. Oh, it shows that this switch is normally open, go check to see if that switch is open right now or closed. And then that seeing it in happening in real time to a practical application just helps you connect it in your mind a lot more organically rather than like you watching a YouTube video or something like a little less compelling because it's completely live and you can add stuff into the chat and everything, but you're watching people actually fix their games in real time. And it's all EM, so it's all about schematics reading, and it's super, super cool. So I
This,
always recommend that to everyone. David Valansky, a good friend of the show and someone you work with often too, is actually one of the coaches for that as well.
yeah, this, I didn't even know this, and this is amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you. That's awesome.
And the resolution is to actually make it to those seminars, those clinics, because you just go on your phone or wherever you're at. It's online. It's like a live stream, but it's a private live stream.
Hmm.
So you sign up for it, and I'm gonna add that to my resolution list too. So I'll see you in class because I
Okay.
keep signing up for it, and then always when the time rolls around, I just squirrel and I don't log in. I skip class and hang out at the arcade like I've been doing for the past 20 years of my life or more, 30 years of my life, skipping class to hang out at the arcade. But I'm going to add that to my resolution list too, is to attend all the Fun with Pinball online seminars
I
and
hope they
get
do
better.
another like weekend class thing in Piscinas this year.
Yes,
So
that
if
would be
they
great.
like mono, like you should if they do it, like I need to sign up for it too. It's like a couple $100, but you go out to Piscinas and you work on games
Wow.
for the weekend, and they teach you what you're doing like the entire time. It's rad.
What?
Yeah. So I think it's like $700 or something. But the knowledge that you get coming out of that weekend is gold. So I need to do it as well. So
Wow.
if I see it
Yep.
pop up, I'll be sure to
They
message you.
usually
Yeah.
do it around Golden State time and California Extreme time in y'all's area. And throughout the year, Mark Gibson will host maybe 2 or 3 pinball repair class weekends, which is really, really awesome. Dry, you can submit TX Sector, but they won't accept it because they do specifically focus on electromechanical
Electromechanical,
games
yeah.
and not solid state games. But that would be a fun PinTech Live episode for us to do together, and we could come to your spot and try to figure it out online together. Hey,
Hey.
we'll get Kyle in the chat too. You know,
Yeah.
get the band back.
I think Michael knows a thing or two about streaming, so
Yeah, exactly.
A
It's
little
gonna be
bit.
like the
a little bit.
best produced PinTech live
I know.
stream ever.
Ever. Ever. It's gonna
And
be
then we
so
get Manu
crisp.
in, so it'll just have all these different like sound effects and video effects flashing through.
We'll get an Emoto redeem on it.
Oh yeah, that's one of my pinball goals is to fancify our live stream. And I'll need your help, Manu, and I'll need Michael Matson's help too. Please train me. Yeah. Dumpster Fire. What about the Dumpster Fire? The Dumpster Fire is a great game. What about it? The Dumpster Fire, for those who don't know, are like just the whole dumpster collections are these custom games that Christopher creates out of literally dumpster diving all the parts and putting it all back together to create these Frankenstein masterpieces. And they're really rad. Usually brings them to Midwest Gaming Classic, which we're going to have Pin DevCon out there this year supporting the maker community. So we're trying to gather a bunch of homebrew and custom games over there. Maybe
Nice.
someone in the chat has built their first custom pinball machine this year. Not me, but I will support any of y'all who do that. That might be a 2026 goal for me.
Yeah.
I think I listed off enough resolutions to last me for the year. CNK said best all around repair videos I found on YouTube are Joe's Classic Video Games. All EM and early solid state repair. Joe's Classic Video Games. Have y'all seen that channel?
Mm-mm.
Yep. I'm
It's really
subscribed.
good. Yeah, me too. They have really great tutorials there, and they're fun. Joe and his techs are very entertaining to watch, which makes it good, easy to digest the material. Goat Shed also has a lot of great YouTube tutorials. Mark's Basement also has a lot of great YouTube tutorials, and then the king of pinball and arcade repair tutorials will forever be TNT Amusements. Todd Tuckey has a
Todd,
video on
yeah.
every single game in existence, I feel like.
Yeah.
And the most amazing.
And
The
he's
most amazing.
entertaining.
Ooh, Borg Dog's working on a homebrew, or maybe two. Cool, we should have our homebrew loot crates back online soon. So that comes
Hmm.
with amalgamation of plastic ramps, metal ramps, ball guides, wire forms, all sorts of different play-filled parts to help your creative, stimulated minds when making pinball machines. um, um, yeah. dream theme. What's Emoto's dream theme? What's y'all's dream themes? My dream thing is always a Studio Ghibli movie
Oh
pinball machine.
yeah.
So like a My
My,
Neighbor Totoro,
ooh,
Princess
ooh.
Mononoke, Spirited Away, all of
You want
those.
them all? You want them
I
all
want
in
them
a?
all. It could be a
Yeah.
custom. I mean, it could be a full-on homebrew or a custom retheme, and I would use in my mind. I would never do this in real life because I just don't want to lose one of those games. But a World Cup soccer would be really great for like put Totoro on the spinning soccer ball and have him spinning
Oh
around and stuff.
yeah.
But Baby Shark,
Uh,
See,
Jobbers, Dream Team.
I've always wanted to just like
Ooh, Planet of
jump
the
into
Apes.
like the visual pinball creator area and make my own Def Jam themed pinball machine. Def Jam
nice.
is a rap is
Yeah.
a former rap producer of rap, and so I could have Beastie Boys, Run DMC, um, just have like a music pin that is Def Jam. Like
So
I feel like that's the only one that like somebody like Stern could pull off, but you know, probably not gonna because it probably won't sell.
yeah.
But I would, outside of a Wu Tang pin, give me
Right.
a Def
Yeah,
Jam. Give me a Def
Yeah.
Jam pin
Wu Tang has got so much possibility.
that'd be
because I would
so
get
good.
because I would get Beastie Boys,
Right.
but a Def Jam.
Oh yeah, Fifth Element would be an awesome pinball machine. I don't know. I thought someone got that license, but I don't know who, and I don't know if it's actually happening. Flipper Room started a theme of Future Spa to Planet of the Apes with an artist. Ooh, gonna do Future Spa into a Yakuza bathhouse one day
Ooh, that's cool.
and tattoo them all. A Wu Tang pin ain't nothing to
Ain't
flip
nothing to
with.
flip with.
Yeah, so good. Blues Brothers. That would be, ooh, Board Dog's bringing his game to the Northwest show. Awesome. That's definitely a homeland of Pin DevCon, so we'll be excited to see you there for that. What about you, Matthew? What are you gonna, if you were to make your own custom or retheme dream theme, what would it be?
The one that sticks in my head is like I wanted to do like an EM style pinball machine, but for Greece. So you have to like collect the
Oh,
T-birds
all
and
right.
collect the pink ladies, and then you got to like build the car so you can race like do the Grease Lightning race, and like that was like it's just a funky weird thing in my head that I've had bouncing around for a long time.
You know what I got to show you, Matt? I got to show you the pin, the virtual pin for American Graffiti.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
It's a street level EM. It's sick, and I'll show you. I'll show you.
Dope.
It's sick. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That and it's like mainly like me for Grease, it's just like that Bee Gees track in the beginning. Like when the movie starts, it's just so fire.
Oh,
It is,
living forever. No,
yeah,
managing to be alive. No, staying alive.
yeah. Managing to.
Mr. J.
Managing to
Crane,
remain
hi.
mortal. Managing to stay mortal. Managing to stay mortal.
Are any of y'all PC gamers? Yeah?
Starting to be.
Starting to be? So,
Yeah.
Virtual Pinball is a really, really awesome software. It is nice, nice, nice. It's a bit, it's a very intense program. So, there's an easier pathway and potentially even a more fun pathway to building your custom game, which is on Steam. Manu, do you
Yeah.
have Steam? Or anyone in the chat, you have Steam?
And
Pin
you're talking about
Builder.
Pin Builder. Yeah, you're talking about Pin Builder,
Pin
which looks
Builder is
pretty
super
cool.
awesome.
Yep.
She's constantly updating it to add more parts, more physics, more environments. and stuff, so to speak, and it has a really great community that's building up too, where you can share assets and everything. But you can literally drop in any assets in the world and create your Def Jam pinball machine on that and
Yep.
share it with us, you
I,
know?
I I would yeah, if you want to get your feet wet and like building pin builder is probably the first place to start. And that doesn't mean that it's not like, it's accessible, but you can get
Yeah.
really deep
Mm.
in what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. And then like because Amoda, you were mentioning like visual pinball. Visual pinball is a little
Visual pinball.
shoot yourself
Right,
in the
right.
head. Yeah, it's kind of it does amazing stuff, but it's kind of
It's an
I'm
intense
going to try.
program. You gotta
Yeah, it's
kind of know
intense.
what you're doing
Yeah,
to
you
get
might as
in
well
there.
learn like Fusion 360 or Blender.
Whoa.
But
Well,
Film
with
Builder's like playing the Sims games.
yeah,
It's like
it's
I'm just
great.
enjoying this fun video game, yet I'm also creating a pinball machine. And there's cool features where the layout that you make, you can actually export it as like a CAD to get your playfield printed out on wood,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So you
Shell
take your
Shock.
CAD file, send it to Trident Pinball, and then he'll score your wood, playfield wood, and you're up and running, you know?
Yeah, Shell Shock asked, "Can you export from PinBuilder VPX?" Well, through that, through what Emoto just said, if you can go out of PinBuilder to like a CAD, like a G code kind of thing, um, um, there are tools available to get that into VPX if you want to, but you don't really need to. I mean, you can stay in PinBuilder and do almost everything, outside of some of the emulations that people are making that have to do with like, screens
Mm.
and movie licenses. But yeah, it's a great program. It's a really great program.
Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, at least to start to the design there, and it'll just be like fun. And it's cool because you can go into the Steam community library and download these other
Steam Workshop,
games,
I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Steam Workshop, that's right, and download other people's playfields and get ideas from them. Or you can do a collab build with other creators too, which is really fun as well. It's really cool stuff. Yes, pin builder to real pinball. You understood that correctly. And Anna worked really hard on making that the physics of the ball movement and the paths as spot on as possible. Last time we chat, which was quite a while ago, I need to do a update with her, but she had just added upper and lower playfields. So you can have like the
Nice.
underwater playfield, underwater, under. I mean, I guess depending on the game, like 007 or Avatar have
Right.
underwater
They got
playfield.
underwater. Yeah, for sure.
You can add one to Fathom
Like
if you
Haunted
want on
House.
underwater.
Yeah. Or,
Yeah.
the upper playfields like the Orca ship on Jaws or Black Knights 2000 or Hard Bodies upper area.
Everything comes back to hard bodies, doesn't it, with you, Emoto? Like, like you guys should do like drink every time Emoto mentions hard bodies on a stream. Just drink.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the hard body hype. Now you can't find a used hard body for less than $4,500. You used to be able to buy them for like 800. You're welcome, pinball collector community.
I
I'm
got to play
sorry,
Rob Burke, so
actually.
I was happy.
Yeah, he is. Rob Burke has a really nice hard body.
Yeah. Yeah. True and true. I should have. I should
Make
do
flex tunes great again.
I should do a stream on Pin Builder at some point. So that in 2025, I'll reach out to the creator and then we'll talk about doing a stream on Pin Builder because that
Yeah,
looks like a cool app. Yeah,
that would be awesome.
yeah. I'll reach
Absolutely.
out.
Yeah, Anna's really fun to chat with and hang out with, and I can connect y'all if you like.
Okay.
For real. Won't hear that again. Well, awesome. How about New Year's Eve plans? Oh, Manu, you're streaming on New
New
Year's
Year's
Day.
Day. So my New Year's Eve
Donation
plan is
stream.
setting up.
Awesome. We're gonna do a big party here in Paradise. It's gonna be our first time ever opened publicly past 10 p.m. We usually shut down pretty early out here. But we're gonna send the parents home and we're gonna get wicked all night. So we're open till 2 a.m. to the public and for members till everyone sobers up and gets home safely. I think is the plan. Stall ball tournaments, uh, Tommy Dollar style, because mini pinball gauntlet, multi-game rally. Good stuff.
I definitely got to get out there, Moto.
I know. I'm sorry we're so far away, but
Mm.
if you ever find yourself in the deep southeast, lower Alabama,
I'll
come
just have
on
to do
out to
like
Captain Crazy's Paradise.
I'll have to do a pin tour at
Oh, yeah.
just bounce around from spot to spot,
Yeah,
starting at Lynn's Arcade.
correct. We're pretty close, dude. It's a good start.
Lynn's Arcade,
Good
in disc, and then Electric Bat Arcade. And
Yeah, I gotta go Electric Bat.
Wormhole for the new Twippies that they're doing
Yep.
with Kineticist, and then just keep making your way over.
Yeah,
And then
there's
you can go
probably
up and then come back around. So many good spots everywhere. Every major city now has one or several amazing pinball locations. Our community is on fire right now in all the best ways. Pinball's huge comeback. Get on the RAR at Lynn's.
What is a
Manu.
RAR?
What is
it's
RAR?
the rent a rig. So
Oh.
Michael has it set up so if you bring a laptop in,
Yeah.
No
you can,
way.
Yeah, you can stream off of our
Michael,
He's
yeah,
so
he
he's
good.
set
taking
it
it
up.
to the next level again. I hate you
So
so
you can
much.
bring your laptop
here.
down and
Now
stream Mystery Pinball Theater from Lynn's.
Oh my god.
And then you just use the rig. Yeah. It's the
Rent a
rig.
rig. Call. What is that?
He walked away. He just walked away.
Get your rent a rig today. Just contact DRI 374 on Twitch.
Hey,
Oh, that's how excited he is.
crazy.
Or call 1-800 RAR RAR RAR. All you need is a TB3 or a USB 4 port on your laptop, and you're ready to rock and roll with Rent a Rig.
I just broke the illusion. Sorry. No.
That was
Yeah.
amazing. That fourth
Yeah.
wall is so down.
It's so down.
I traveled
crumbled.
all the way to the Lynn's Arcade just to say that.
Yeah, that's right. He's teleported. It was amazing.
And now he'll do his own live stream.
Yeah.
I thought the RAR was a competing compression format to zip. True. The original RAR, Rent-A-Rig, trademark. Yeah, you better trademark that. Can I
Trademark.
go to rentarig.com yet? Let's see.
Michael did make coasters. So
Nope, it's
we
for
have Rent-A-Rig
sale.
coasters.
It's for sale. Only $10,000.
Oh my God.
Rentarig.com.
I've never heard of USB 4. What is that?
Thunderbolt?
I know Thunderbolt. I know Thunderbolt 3, but USB 4?
I think you
Oh,
made
is it?
that up.
No, well, that's what? I better look that
It's
up.
the latest version. USB 4 can transmit up to 40 gigabytes per second.
Michael likes really
Everyone start shooting
high-tech
on red cams
stuff.
again immediately. We got this.
He loves high-tech stuff.
Okay, it's a Thunderbolt 4 kind of thing.
He
Okay.
streams in 8K.
All the kids are doing it, man.
All the kids are doing. Yep. Get on the bandwagon.
USB 4. This is literally the first time. Well, maybe not. My Mac Studio might have. My Mac Studio has Thunderbolt 4, so maybe that's it.
Oh, what? USB 4 came out in August 29th, 2019.
Wow.
No.
Whoa.
I have it in my house. I just never use it.
Oh, USB-C is USB 4.
USB 4. Oh, okay. There you go.
So why would they? Yeah,
Yeah. This conversation took a weird turn.
yeah. Okay. We are all familiar with USB-C. It is a very universal plug now, also known as USB 4, I believe. All right. I lost y'all. There we go. Yep.
Still here.
Yep.
Hi.
Hey.
Well, I feel very motivated for
Hmm.
2025 in my opinion. Oh, the one last thing. Fliptronic asked this earlier. Final resolutions in pinball world is what pinball shows and events do you want to attend this year?
I want to go back to Houston.
Houston
I guess
Arcade
I have to.
Expo?
I guess
Yeah,
I have to go to Houston.
I missed Houston Arcade Expo last year because of
Houston.
it was like the weekend
Before Expo, I know.
before Expo. So I really want to go back to Houston because that is like the funnest show.
I believe 2025 they will be back to their mid-November dates, which is usually around the second
Yeah.
weekend of November. Around there.
November 14th, 15th, and 16th in 2025.
Dope. It is the second best show out there.
Always a
Golden
great
State.
party. Right, Golden State, your hometown show,
Golden State is
home
awesome.
It is just like the
homeland show,
biggest camp out pinball party ever. And then Houston's kind of like it in
but in a
that
hotel.
feeling, but in a hotel. And then I also really enjoyed Soda City. That was really cool.
Oh yeah,
Like that
Soda
was
City
like
Comic
this
Con.
like that small it's just a small like up and coming pinball show.
Mm.
Um it's all like crazy comic con style stuff going on, which is always really fun and
Lots
cool.
of cosplayers walking around.
Yeah. But the pinball portion of it was just like so small and growing. That's what's really neat to see with that show. So like being able to do that one again is sweet.
Dry
Yeah, I
wants
just
to
put that
go
on my
whatever
calendar.
show he can wait 3 hours in line to play a game on with his pocket rig.
So you guys,
Oh, pinball at the beach with jet ski soccer.
pinball at the
Oh my
beach.
That's a
God.
new show that is having its world premiere in February,
Oh
12th
yeah.
weekend in sunny Florida, right on the beach. The hotel is a big resort, beachfront resort, and so many top names are going to this. If you go to pinballatthebeach.com, you can see like George Gomez is going, John Borg is going, Danger's going. They're all using it as like their nice little weekend vacation, and it's limited to only 1,000 tickets. So it's going to be a very intimate pinball only people show. So
Huh.
that's a pretty good one to try to make it to. Plus, who wants to be in the snow when you can go play pinball down at the beach in February?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Great. I managed to put a bunch of stuff on my calendar. Thanks, guys.
Totally.
Yeah. Houston Arcade Expo is super fun party show. Scott Denisi usually goes down there and DJs. Lots of other cool performers and
Ooh.
everything. The game hall also has a stage and they keep all the lights off. So it just has party lights and laser beams and stuff and live music and it goes on for forever. It's an amazing community down there. Definitely worth attending to. Lynn in Denver said, "What will all the sand do to the coils on a machine?" Yeah, they should probably not put the pinball machines on the physical beach front, and I imagine they will not. But it's gonna be a good show. I couldn't sandy pinball with just.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh my gosh, that's like a horror
That sounds
movie right there.
yeah, that
Ooh,
yeah.
don't
No,
do
no
it.
thank you.
I've seen Pin Films, Trailer Tom. out of Colorado, him and Fedge would bring pinball machines into up onto the mountain and in the snow and like snowboard over them and stuff like that. Some
I
reason
remember seeing
sand
a.
feels so much worse in my mind. Cause
Yeah, because
like
it
the
doesn't
snow
go
will
away.
melt, it'll go away even though it's wet, but the sand is like
No, it's done.
there's nothing good about sand
Mm.
I know
ever.
it's coarse and it gets in the way, and I hate sand.
I hate sand unless you're like trying to sand something.
Sand blasting. You
Sand
just sand
blast your
blast it.
balls.
Uh,
That might
This
be it.
I don't know if this is a non sequitur or not, but how many people between you, and Moto and Matt, do you know what the next cornerstone that Stern is going to announce in January is going to be?
no idea. Golden Girls.
Golden girls, yeah.
Thank you for
Uh,
being a
they're
friend. Can you
gonna
imagine?
they're gonna bring back Steve Ritchie and he's gonna make My Little Pony.
Yeah, totally.
That's
There
what
you
I
go.
heard.
All right. Well, I don't know.
I just ate your head. Uh, shows I'm excited for is Golden State is definitely top on the list because we want to bring back Pinball University with them, which was all weekend. We were just focused on the educational seminars, and I'd love to help curate another great weekend of that. And I want to try our Sunday school thing that y'all used to do at Pinagogo, but add the tech aspect to it as well. Where on
Hmm.
Sunday you take little groups of people, each with a summer camp counselor type person,
Right.
and one person is focusing, like takes three people and is focusing on like flipper skills and how to learn rules, and another person is saying like how to do basic maintenance on assembly line, and different kind of aspects like that. I think the little intimate workshops would be really really fun.
I can't remember if they. Yeah, they used to do a tech Sunday school as well at Pinagogo. They definitely did. I was in a tech back then, so I did like gaming, like gameplay stuff. So it was like, let's go learn how to dead bounce and like or
Yeah,
dead flip. And so like yeah, I'd take a group of people and we'd find a game and be like, all right, this is what we're gonna practice doing right now. And a couple other people like we're gonna go learn how to tap pass. So they take them up to like the old school valleys and just sit there and all you're trying to do is teach them how to tap pass. And Kerry had a really good one. He had a guy who uh wanted to learn what was wrong with his game. It was like what he
how
said.
to
He's like, what,
troubleshoot.
tell me,
Troubleshooting
no,
tips.
like, well, like, tell me what's wrong with my gameplay.
Oh my, like
Like,
me as a
like,
player.
as a player, like, what's
Yeah,
What
wrong
that's
am
with
what
I
I
my
doing
thought.
gameplay?
wrong? Right.
Yeah.
What
And
are
so
my bad
Kerry
habits?
like went with him and like watched him play a few games. He was like, I want you to try to do something. He's a very on the fly flow, throwing it around all the time player. And so Kerry's like, all right, we're gonna try this for a while. And he sat with the dude and worked with the dude for 40 minutes. It was like, you're gonna trap up. You stop the ball. You're going to try to live catch it, drop catch it, whatever. You're trying to stop that ball at the flippers. And you're going to pick a shot, hit it, stop the ball at the flippers again, and then do it again. And he just had him do that for like 45 minutes. And then he's like, all right, now you're going to go back to your old gameplay. And this little bit is going to work its way in at whatever point it needs to. But like focus
Mm.
on like so like for if you have a game at home for an hour a day you play this way and then just go back to your old gameplay and then eventually it'll all just kind of work itself in with it and you'll get better and better and better, so it's cool. Like it was a really neat thing.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's a great way to learn, and I would love to recruit as many volunteers to help make that happen for Golden State. I know
Wax
it's
on,
gonna be
wax off.
a tough battle because it's a lot of people's party vacation
Oh,
show, but
That's on, wax off.
it is my that is my party weekend, so it's like the one show. I mean we set up camp and we do all that stuff, so it's like already a ton of work, but that's usually my my lawn chair weekend. I don't even play pinball really till the sun
Yeah.
goes down, and then I play in the camp or whatever. But
Teaching's important though.
I know
Just a
we'll figure it
couple
out.
hours from
You
all
know I'm
y'all
gonna
degenerates,
do it.
please.
Can we
That's
call
all
it
I need.
the degenerate
No,
school of
no,
pinball thought?
no.
We're all gonna be hungover and probably drinking beers while we do it anyway. So you might as well call a spade a spade.
She's like, no.
You know,
I
it's
know.
Sunday morning and Saturday is like the biggest rager night of the whole thing. So
So I should do Saturday morning school.
no, Friday night's not any better.
Okay, we can have this pre-production meeting later while I figure out how to make Pinball University super awesome for everyone.
It's gonna be
Now y'all
dope.
see
It's
what I'm
gonna be
working
good.
with here. So
Yeah.
the Moretti kids are always there, fired up to help teach and
Hell
stuff
yeah.
too, and they're not going to be hungover. So thank you to the little flippers for keeping it clean and teaching pinball to the
We'll have
folks.
a side one. We have the clean side and the
Yeah.
degenerate side where it's like, no, here's your beer. I know you're hungover, but we're gonna go learn some stuff. All right, like let's do this way.
Yeah. Awesome.
So you just gotta check the right box when you're signing up for it because you don't want to go down the wrong path.
Survey exam. Yep. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun either way. I'm
It's gonna be
excited.
rad. Yeah,
Yep.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and then just in general, doing more for me, documenting more at shows again, and just trying to help curate more of those educational seminars, supporting the maker community with PinDevCon, because making pinball machines is really awesome,
It's so
and
awesome.
watching people, create is just always so cool. It's like a mini film festival, but with
Hmm.
beautiful
Yeah.
boxes of magic.
Yeah.
The work you did to get all those games and all those people to bring their games to Expo was phenomenal.
And it was a whole
Just
group
see,
effort. Yeah, it was
just
all hands on
see.
deck, all of
Oh
us
my God! Like
working through that. We had
like that was
40
so
homebrew
much
games at
fun.
Expo this year.
That was sick.
And I
Yeah.
played
Yeah.
every one of them that was working when it was working.
And what made it completely worth all of that effort that so many of us worked really hard on leading up to that event was when George Gomez and Keith Elwin and Harrison Drake and a few others from Stern walked around and played each game and talked to the creators and were like genuinely laughing and having a good time and being excited about these new things going on and interacting with people. Like that was the money shot right there, because that's like the ultimate validation. you
Yeah,
know
Mhm.
you
absolutely.
have these
Yep.
legends appreciating what you created. It's really cool. Yeah,
Can't
I
wait to
need
see
more
more.
b-roll. I learned too this year, a week ago, that I could just give all of my weird pinball b-roll to Nudge Magazine and he will edit it into a recap for me.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
If
cool.
you
totally.
guys watched the pinball recap from Nudge Magazine last week that came out, several of those shots were little snippets of memories uh, from our tour last year or this year. So more of that for sure. Any issues with the Ghost Switch issues from the previous week?
Your
No.
motor dome.
So Motordome has been working great. I have not seen that weird SP5 or
Right.
SP1 thing pop up again. When we powered it off and back on, it just disappeared. And when we
Oh
did
boy.
that deep
Love
dive
it.
digging, uh, who was it that helped us with the links? Was it Shellshock?
I think so.
Someone in the chat was dropping some really valuable 6803 maintenance links, and we learned that Motordome actually didn't have that switch.
It's the switch that was giving an arrow is not assigned,
Doesn't even exist. So
not
it was just
used.
uh, some little gremlin.
It was a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, that was fun. I was so frustrated that we Manu, we spent like 30 minutes to an hour, I felt like trying to find the switch that was giving an error code when I turned on this game.
Uh-huh.
We had Todd Tucky in the chat. We were all in there looking it up, trying to figure it out. I'm underneath the game, I'm above the game, I'm inside the game. And then finally, Matthew found in that tutorial thing and the schematics and the manual that that switch does actually not exist in Motordome. But it's in like some other 6803 that's in the same
Oh my God, no
board, but
way.
yeah.
Yeah, it just says not used. It was like you follow the like grid or
Oh
whatever, and it's like
no.
not used. And I was like, it doesn't exist. And if the gameplay is fine, then don't worry about it. Then she turns it back on, and it doesn't give the error code.
See,
That's
I mean,
FIFA.
yeah, it is. It
It was
is.
a quest to do a flipper rebuild, and it turned
Yeah,
into
it turned into this
quite some
thing.
other side quests, much like RPGs. So par
It's
for the course.
interesting sometimes when that'll happen, like because they're not necessarily play testing the diagnostics,
Mm-mm.
right? They're not necessarily
Right.
beating on the diagnostics as much as they're beating on the player game experience. So we will find that. We will find sometimes where it says white, blue, orange wire. It's not
Yeah.
the white, blue, orange wire.
Have you seen it?
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's straight up like the schematic can be, and someone actually said that last week, where they're like, well, the schematic could just be wrong. And it's like, man, you're right. It could be wrong. No, I don't like this. Like,
yeah, I know. Oh well.
Mm,
that's pinball. I love it.
it
Like,
was
I
fun.
absolutely like. I love this challenge that is pinball tech work. It's so fun and frustrating and rewarding and pulling your hair out to like complete and total accomplishment. Like, yes, I did it. I got this thing to work.
The satisfaction of getting a broken game up and running
Oh man.
cannot be beat.
Yeah,
No.
it's pretty. It's a pretty good rush when I can walk out of Free Go Watch at 11 o'clock in the morning and know that something there now works and kids could have fun flipping it.
Yeah.
I fixed that.
And I
Absolutely.
fixed that. Yeah, and I go home and I go, all right. And then they call me later. Something else broke.
Something else broken.
And as soon as you
Every
fix that game and feel good, someone's right there tapping your shoulder and be like, this switch isn't working anymore. And you're
yeah.
like, on another game. So
I got my
navigating the
staff.
seas.
The staff at Lynn's now trained where it's like anything. Like we have a spreadsheet that you like I have a little Google form and it's a little Google form. You like fill out the Google form saying the name and what's wrong with it. And then it puts it onto a spreadsheet for me. So I show up every day and open up my spreadsheet. I can see what's going on. And B was like, "Do you want to know everything?" And I was like, "I want to know if a light's out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, because
Yep.
I have 40 games and I
Yep.
don't play them all. And it's just going to be annoying to everybody. I was like, anything, like just put it down there. And like half the time I go in there and I'm like, damn it. Yeah. Okay. Like I did say everything. Don't get frustrated. Like
I did say
I
everything.
did
So
say
I'm kidding
everything. And it was
everything.
like, this one little thing is a little jiggly. And I'm like, oh my God. It's fine. It's good. I'll tighten the fucking screw. Like, but like, damn it. I said everything.
Yeah.
But it's great because then, oh, like all the league players and everybody's in there like playing everything. Like they play every game that's in that building. And so knowing all the stuff that's wrong is great. But it's a constant for sure.
Yeah. How many games are at Lynn's?
40 right now.
Okay.
That's
Oops.
the most I fit in there with the
Mhm.
most space to move around still.
40. Yeah, that's nice.
So with 72 players, we could still have it like that's using every other game and having 4 games extra. So that's what we do for Seaside Champ. So you're never playing when you're playing your round, you're not playing no one's like playing next to you on either side.
Mhm.
So you have every other game that you're playing all the way around and then it switches each round. So it ends up you have a space to actually hang out and not be super crowded. So
So CNK, so how do you guys feel about games like Alien? How would you even know a switch wasn't working when you see no switches? It, can I just say something about Alien? We absolutely love Alien so much that we've given it 77 different chances and it's working again.
Cool.
Alien is a game that, for us at Frigo Watch, breaks a lot, but it's so great that we keep fixing
It really
it.
has the experience,
Mm,
level
It's
with it.
just
The
so,
pinball moments.
yeah, it really, I mean, the theme on Alien is freaking great, but I don't know, let me see, which one we're, they have pretty good diagnostics in their game, I guess.
Did you fix your flipper leaf switch conundrum?
On Alien?
Yes.
Yeah, we must have because that game is working 100% again. Like
I'm
there are so
curious if
many
what I was showing you about
flipper leaf switch.
switching the switches out
Flipper leaf
was
switch.
the solution to fixing it. Remember, you had like the
Yeah.
wrong EOS switch
Yeah.
in it,
It's so a
and
lot of
like
things have been
they didn't have one
replaced.
that high voltage could run through it properly, or a higher voltage could run through it properly. That was one of Jamie
Yeah.
Boyd's suggestions.
That game
Cause
is going to be either me or Sam Claiborne attacking it, fixing it. And yeah, we've done a lot. We've that is not to say that it's a not well built game. It just gets beat up to death because people love
mhm.
playing that game, and we love that game. That game got so many chances. Like other games would have been like, all right, it's gone. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
but Alien just it's just so good.
It's
So
ours. It's me with it was um, Rick and Morty and Big Lebowski. What are the two that I'm
oh,
constantly
Lebowski, forget it. Oh
working
my
on? I'm
god.
constantly working on them, but I love them to death so much that I'm like, you will
No.
not die on me.
Yeah, Lebowski is once again. It's the same. It's the same.
Yeah,
It's the
it's like
same.
pain in the ass, but
Yeah.
man, got to keep it running.
You're not gonna die on my
Yeah,
watch.
no.
Mr. J. Crane asked for Matthew, what was your electrical repair experience in education prior to opening Lynn's?
None, zero.
Learned it all
I
from pinball.
learned it all from pinball. Um, Carrie taught me how to pull glass, like in the early stages of our pinball stuff, like doing league and stuff. Um, and I was terrified. And then he's like, now you got to take the balls out and put the play field up. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This thing comes up?
No, don't do it.
Like,
Don't do
what do you mean? And like, yeah, like we pulled that thing up and then uh since then it's been yeah, just a lot of it's all been pinball that's taught me all that stuff. It's pretty cool. I've learned a lot over 8 years or so is what how long I've been working on games. Um, I've gotten a lot better.
You even helped us fix 8 Ball Deluxe,
Yeah.
even though you
You,
didn't
you you ended up
plan
figuring out
to.
what it was. We almost got it, but like
Well, yeah, no, you guys pinpointed it. That's but part of the like 50% of the battle is just pinpointing it to where the actual problem is.
right.
Because these Rube Goldberg devices can be so elusive, right? It's like, oh, I think it's in the pops area, right? And then you have
Right.
to kind of so you guys got it down to exactly which switch and everything. It was just a switch problem.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
pinball repair is fun. The it is the diagnostic side. That's the find once you find out what's wrong with it, then fixing it's not actually that hard.
That's yeah.
That's the easy part. That's some soldering, that's some like, but like figuring out why my 8 Ball Deluxe, like our 8 Ball Deluxe issue is it has a phantom pop bumper. You like flip, 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 and the one of the pop bumpers will go, and then it scores, and then you don't know what player you're on, and you get free points, and we're like, so like,
Wait. Does do you see a coil, the pop bumper coil fire? The pop
mhm,
bumper coil fire?
wink.
You see it go that?
Mhm.
Okay. Because we had
It's
the
like
same issue, but it wasn't. It was giving us points, that looked like a pop bumper, but it was actually a sling because there's two slings back there too.
Yeah, ours was our pop bumper actually pops.
Yikes! Yikes!
And
Yikes.
so if I like I've gone through multiple different people telling me to do multiple different things, and I'm on like to the last thing that I'm gonna try again. It was like I thought the last one was gonna be the last thing, but it's not.
Mm.
Actually, there's two things that I have to do. One, and it's Phil from the Phil's Pinball, was brilliant. Um, you got to take all the high voltage from the flipper wires,
Mm-hmm.
start at the flipper, and then you like separate them from the rest of the wires that are in that whole bundle that go all the way up to the board.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take those flipper wires out of that bundle because that's communication and high voltage now running through all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the electromagnetic field from the high voltage going through all the
The
communication stuff
bundle.
that might be telling it to click.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you take that out from the equation, now at least you're cleaning up like so now you're going to run those high voltage things together. Those are going to go up. All your communication will be separate. And I want to do it with a pop bumper voltage, the kicker voltage, all the
Yeah.
scoop
Yeah.
kickouts, all that stuff. So I'm just going to be snipping everything.
Snipping everything. Yeah.
And then he also said on my power driver board to like repin the header and the connector that run all that, as well as the
Yeah.
communication side repinning all that. So it's like trying to get this thing to like otherwise it's got a brand new playfield in it. It's beautiful. Like it is it's like y'all's. Like yours is like
Yeah.
so pretty and I'm just like I want it, it plays so nice and I just can't put it down at Lynn's because it needs to be able to be in competition. And if it
Yeah.
just pops and gives away points, it's like this doesn't work anymore. It's like so now we just have this beautiful game that's just sitting there. We're like,
Yeah.
So close.
it's the same with our Robo Wars. Like it's gorgeous. Like it's absolutely a stunner. But I can't get that saucer to kick out.
Mm.
And I'm like, one thing. And I go to it and I work on it for like 4 or 5 hours and I can't figure it out. And I got to button it up and I walk away. It's like, I just don't think about it anymore because you're just going to get frustrated and do something dumb.
Yeah.
So leave it
Yeah.
alone and then go back to it.
Mhm.
Like, that's a big learning experience that I learned over the last couple of years where it's like, don't
Don't brute
work
force
when
your way through it.
yeah, don't work when you're frustrated. Like, take the break, walk away because you're going to do something dumb and make your life even harder later.
It's good advice. Don't work on pinball machines on an empty stomach.
It's
That's
also a
very
good
true.
one. Very true.
Yeah.
I've seen many tools not go where they're supposed to go when I'm in that state. They've flown across
Well,
the
Roller
room.
pinball. Welcome back. That's awesome.
fortunately for me, I have a brand new Marco pinball tool belt thingy
Oh,
pouch,
Yeah.
right? So I never place a tool on a play field. I always put it back in the pouch.
That's right.
And
Good man,
Emoto,
good
I'm
man.
I'm at the point where I can do the no look. So if I need a nut driver, I can do the no look. Boom. That's the one I want.
So you're a cross
Bam.
draw, yeah?
I'm a cross draw, yeah, because why?
You're like a Hollywood cowboy.
Why am I a cross draw? I don't know. There's a reason.
Because it looks cool on camera to cross draw.
Yeah, but I'm not filming myself do that stuff.
But to get the real shot, you gotta go. Cross draw takes
That's
too
what,
long.
yeah.
That's like samurai sword style. Or you go like that. Oh wait, tools.
I have no idea why. I don't know. What? There's a reason why it's on my left hip.
Mine's always on my right.
There
'cause
it
I
is
need
right
to-
there,
it's
the
like, I
tool
want
belt
it right
pouch.
there.
Never leave home without it. We gave one away during our tournament, during our Venom launch party on Sunday. That's right. I had a Venom launch party on Sunday.
A Venom launch party on Sunday.
Like a year and a half late, it's fine. And we gave a pouch away, and they're like, "Oh, I don't really work on games, but I was like, no, even tournament players wear the pouch and they put a water bottle, their keys, their phones in it, and you know it makes a great little side pack for anyone in pinball.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You are reincarnated samurai, Manu. Makes sense. Makes sense. I believe that. That's him with the pouch
Oh
in
my
his
gosh.
samurai form. I know. I'm adding that picture to our additional photos as well on Marco.
You
I
have
haven't
full
done it yet.
permission.
Hello, Lynn's
100% full
Arcade.
permission.
That's great. It's so great.
Hi, Carrie.
Gary!
Yes, also don't work on machine repairs when super drunk. Also great
Yeah,
advice going into year 2025.
Wait,
yeah.
wait. How are there levels of drunk? That's like saying a little bit pregnant. What are you talking about?
There's levels of drunk.
There's levels
Well,
of
I
drunk,
guess
there's levels of
there's
pregnancy
there's a
too.
levels of inebriation. Let's put it that way. Like you can have a beer and be, you're inebriated at that point as soon as you get alcohol in your system. But
The
if you
legal
have
level of
six
drunk versus
six beers, now you probably shouldn't be touching electronics
or heavy machinery.
or heavy machinery whatsoever. Definitely not driving.
Forklift,
Forklift.
truck, dump trucks, snowmobiles. Hello everybody. So I think it's around time to wrap it up. I gotta help run this arcade, and I'm sure y'all got jeez Louise, Twitch is going wild. Some fun stuff to do. Right.
Yeah, Mano's gonna show me some stuff on the Rain One. I'm
Nice,
excited.
nice, nice. I'm trying to
Rain
open my
1,
stream manager. There we go.
Rain 1 and the multimorphic P3
And multimorphic
downstairs.
P3. That's right. We gotta go play
Yeah,
P3.
we're gonna do a little tech tour of the multimorphic P3 and the 20 balls that are in it.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
It's 20 balls.
What the hell?
Oh, this will be exciting to show
Oh my God.
someone a P3, which is great.
Oh yeah, wait, I gotta read out. Lynn in Denver also had a good tip, which
Mm-hmm.
is do not lift a playfield without having a spotter, especially the vintage ones that you plan on poking around underneath. There's definitely lots of high voltage going through those older games, and of course, if you're smaller in stature, like I am, like even lifting like Motordome or Future Spot over there, I definitely appreciate having a spotter because my wingspan isn't long enough, and if it is, it's still a good way to
Yeah, it
get injured.
takes
Either me or the pinball machine, but usually both.
getting like what is it? Hard bodies playfield back in where it's like you have to grab both sides of it and like pick it up and set it in and then it'll slide. It's like Motordome is the same. Like you definitely need a wingspan.
A Mackie. Sorry. Sorry.
Ooh,
I'm just
Mackie.
I'm just yeah,
Ooh,
I'm
tech
geeking out
geeking
with
out, tech
Michael.
geeking out. Yeah.
More channels.
Ooh, a 12 VLZ 4.
All right, y'all. This is our last stream of 2024. Thank you, Manu and Matthew, for joining us. Thank you for joining us several times this year
For
on the
sure.
show. Hope to do it more. Hope to see Manu doing the tech host part while we sit in and heckle him on
Wow.
doing a flipper
Yeah.
rebuild, or you could work on Alien. I'm sure that's ready to go.
Oh, there's
And
always something to work on, but I'll get myself situated at Frigo Watch so that I could do that.
Yeah,
You guys can help
absolutely.
me. You guys can help me, build that up.
Yep.
for sure.
And for everyone else, good luck on your pinball resolutions. There were some great ones in the chat, from tech repair to going to shows to buying, owning, creating pinball machines. Don't forget, we have our 24-hour free domestic shipping and $10 off international shipping code going on right now for orders over $99. The code is, do you guys remember?
Oh,
Resolutions.
yeah, I do. It's PT
Uh-oh.
dash.
Yeah. You trying to do it phonetic?
Oh,
I'm not even gonna try.
I forgot. Well, I forgot PT.
It's
Yep.
PT resolutions. For
PT
sure.
PT
dash
dash
resolutions.
resolutions. Okay.
Yes. And if you wanted that phonetically, it would be Papa Tango dash Roger Echo. I'm okay. I'm not going to go through it all. For those on Twitch, stick around. We're going to raid Dalton Pinball, who is
Yeah.
playing Mousing Around. We
Hey,
love
cool.
Dalton. Dalton won high stakes at Indisc last year, walked away with $15,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. So
He
now
won
he's
high
wearing
stakes,
a cheese hat.
and it was Portal that bought his way into
No,
that.
Pin Monk. I believe it was Pin Monk sponsored
Yeah.
his submission, and
Yeah.
then he slayed. Took
Pin
out
Monk was
Eric
like,
Stone in the last round. Whew, that was an intense battle. Something
I
you
got a
can
feeling
experience
about
in
you.
person if you come out to Riverside, California for It Never Drains in Southern California. You can find more details at indisc.com. We'll be there. Manu will be there. Fliptronics will be there. IE Pinball, of course, they're running the event. It'll be great. All right. See, you like that? I do. We're going to start the raid. And we're going to slowly fade away. Thanks, y'all.